Hey guys, so today I'll be making a video about boss hunting and the bossing terms, tips that I think is pretty useful, and how to make your runs a little more efficient, whether you're learning, whether you're already a seasoned player, just things I do and what things I noticed that might help people improve their gameplay. So starters, let's go with the boss hunt terms. So this road right here, it's gonna be road 1. And abbreviated R1, and then right on the left of it is R2. So the 250 strips are R1, R2. We also call it city. So it would be a city would be both of these roads. Everything out here is what we call outskirts, and there's a few cues that we use for bosses. So for instance, let's say we go inside. There's a Reaper. Press number 2. You see, look out. It warns everybody that's Reaper, so they come in, they're careful. Because sometimes Reapers are right by the door, sometimes they're instant aggro, and then as soon as the person comes in, they die. It's like you have to wait for your partner to come back, and so on and so forth. And as I've said before, if you've seen my post in the DF2 content promotion, I believe I put it in. The preparation is number 1, which was make sure you have enough meds and make sure you're prepared via ammo and meds. So let's say you're running auto shotty and you're bringing 2k rounds, you will not be able to get much done with that. Probably get like half of R1 or maybe R1 done, depending on how strong your party is. I'm using a 10 gauge, I'm bringing 22 stacks, and I'm planning to bring at least 10 parabags, which is also part of the boss hunting rules that I've posted. So over the course of the video, I'll be explaining to you guys map layouts, boss patterns, sprint durations on the bosses, how to prepare a room, and how to survive a little better, I guess you could say. Yeah, let's get to it. Okay. So the first thing you want to do when you go into a boss room is you want to make sure you look at all the variants and to make sure there's no kids, because kids, they sprint, they get in your way, so you want to get rid of them first. And this is a Reaper, so it is going to be a little, I guess I'll teach you guys how to do Reaper at the same time. Well, at least try to anyways. Another thing you should be looking out for is sprinters, which you won't know until you aggro the boss. So, and you also want to know your room layout and find your route that you want to be running. So like I tend to stay on the outside of the room, so I don't have to deal with these chairs in the middle, on these couches to get stuck on. All that good stuff. So you run this way. I guess I got lucky, there's no sprinters in this room. You also want to watch out for these crawlers too. Ooh, that was close. So usually when he jumps, I do 3 shots. My gun's 2.5 shots a second. I do 3 shots before I run. Oh, gotta reload. He has the sound cues, but the sound cues aren't really a good way to, how lucky, a good way to gauge his jumps. You kind of, when you fight him enough, you just kind of learn when he jumps and all that good stuff. So it comes with time. You learn, you get used to his jumping patterns, all that stuff. But yeah, it's learning how to fight a Reaper is more of a learning on the job kind of deal. So as I said before, you want to look at what you have in the room and then find out your path. So this guy's gonna be annoying, you want to get rid of him first. Cool. Just don't miss your shots like I do. And the Titan, you want to learn how long his preparation is. It's actually not that long, if I'm correct. You can just run it around for a bit. And when he stops running, you can shoot him. Or you could just stun him too. I believe the stun recovery for him, or the amount of time it takes before you can stun him again is like 2 to 3 seconds. I'll test that right now actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 5 seconds. So when he stops running, you could just light him up. And then if he's running at you, once he gets close, you could just stun him and then start firing at him with the 5-second intervals, obviously. Put the stun on. I don't know what that would be called. The threshold? Time threshold? 1, 2, 3. Stop running. Oh. So if you noticed how they're all bunched up, because I kept running in circles, so you kind of want to rotate around the room so that you bunch up all the zombies together so they're not all over the place, trapping you randomly. Like earlier, we had that big zombie right here. He was just chilling right here while the Titan was running at me from this side. You don't want to do that. It's a creep. So one thing you don't want to do is panic. Don't, especially. Well, actually, I guess it's not any specific boss. Just don't panic. Play it slow. Know your movements. So if you notice, I'm gonna be running around the edges of the building a lot. But the creeps is super easy. His sprint duration generally only lasts one corner to corner, so like this corner to that corner, and so on and so forth. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Well, maybe not, because he kind of curved. But generally, if you see him sprinting at you, don't wait, just move on to the next corner. You should be straight. Like, shouldn't be an issue. He shouldn't be able to reach you. And if he does reach you, you shoot him, stun him on the way there. Simple as that. And then you can see how when I'm rotating, the zombies are walking in a circle. So they're generally in the center of the room. So I have a lot of time to shoot the boss. Like, just pick off your boss. Okay, for tendrils. Just don't panic, basically. Just stay calm, do your thing. The tendril seems fast, but it's not all that fast. Like, don't get stuck like I just did right there. You want to pay attention to like these chairs right here. So let's say if I were to be strafing and I get stuck on it, I would get beat up. So like, as I turn here, and I get stuck right here, then it becomes an issue. And that zombie on the floor right there, you gotta watch out for those too. Try to kill them if you can, like especially the scythes and tentacles. Because tentacles don't have to touch you to actually damage you. The scythe, if you get hit by a scythe, you get stunned for ages. So just be on the lookout for that. And then just remain calm. Run your zombies. Don't try to like shoot until the last second. Just make sure you're in a safe spot before you even start shooting. Like my stun's like what, about 2 seconds, so I'll stun once and I'll get 2 shots in and move on. And just like the Titan is from the earlier Titan, study the stun threshold for the stun time threshold. And oh yeah, here's another big thing, is don't be afraid to cancel your reload. If you're reloading and you see the boss charging you, you know you're not gonna have enough time. Don't keep reloading and I hope that you make it on time. Just stop your reload, run to a safer distance, and then reload. So that's kind of weird, but you want to make sure you clear your path. So like these two will be an issue, this one will be an issue, simply because she's a sprinter. I think that's all the sprinting zombies I have. As I said before, corner to corner. Don't let it get close to you. Don't just stand there shooting it until it gets right in front of you to start running or try to dodge it. Sometimes when you dodge, you don't jump dodge far enough. It needs to wax you after you dodge. So just move. Run corner to corner. Take your time. Give yourself some room. Distance between the boss and yourself. And you notice how all the zombies like are gathered in the center of the room because I'm running in circles. This keeps the side area clear, making it a lot easier for you to maneuver around, keeping your run safer. Oh, okay. So I guess that's a good spot to explain the trap spot. So if you're rotating left in this specific room layout, when you're hunting a boss, let's say you're like this, right? And you start shooting, you're walking back, and you forget that this is a trap spot. You get stuck here, just like this, and it becomes dangerous, just like that. So when you see a trap spot like that, you want to change your rotation to the right, so that it's not possible for you to get trapped. For instance, let's say you're like this, you're running, you get stuck right there, but you have all that extra space to run. So like, you come here, you get stuck, you hit the couch, and then you can just either go straight this way, and you're clear, or you can run behind the couch, and then straight this way again. You're not stuck in a box with only one way out. So pick your routes carefully. So a very important thing, pretty sure I've said this before, but make sure you want to prep your room. Take your time. Don't rush anything. If you rush it, you make mistakes, and mistakes leads to deaths. Take your time, kill the runners. Oh, oops. And with the spitter, if you're a more seasoned player, you probably already know this, but you could literally easily strafe back and forth to dodge the spits just like I did there. Because they fire really slow and you can see it coming. Like these two are sprinters, you want to kill these off. And then there's a kit spawn, get rid of that. Just like that. So this is probably, the spitter is probably one of the easiest bosses to solo. They do have the most HP though, out of all the bosses. Especially this variant, the tentacle variant. So yeah, oh, yeah, I didn't get stuck there because I was rotating correctly, but... Oh, okay, so, looting! So if there's zombies all up on the body, you don't want to just start looting, kicking everything, because you're going to get hit. So it's either, one, find another loot spot and loot that before you get the body, or just run across the room to a corner, wait for the zombies to clear out, and then you come out here. You safely loot the body before you dip. It's another Titan. So obviously you want to clear your path. This way, kill this child. Kill this kid. Oh. And repeat. Run along the edges, make sure your path is clear. Try to keep the zombies towards the center of the room so that your pathing is clear so you don't get stuck. And you don't want to stay in one spot too long like I just did right there, because it gives you time, it gives zombies time to catch up to you and whatnot. So you want to stay in one spot for less than 5, so you don't want to stay in one spot for more than 5 seconds, I guess you would say. And pay attention to the Titan's sprint duration, stun it, shooting within 5-second intervals if you're going to do the stun method, and so on and so forth. Alright, well, if you guys have any questions, if I missed anything, because I'm, you guys are wondering how I rotate stuff and whatnot, shoot me a message on Discord. Thanks for watching. Peace.